Greetings, everyone. My name's Harley Angel, and this is Astrotheology. And astrotheology is the worship of the sun, the moon, the planets, and the stars. That's it. It's easy. So, astrotheology is is the worship of the planets or bodies that we see in the sky. And many cultures have their religions based around that. Egypt had Ra, Greece had Apollo, etc. They all just kind of repeated themselves over and over again. Different stories, different kind of people. So what I decided to do, instead of going through all the different stories and all the different cultures and try to explain any of that, you can buy a book. The internet's right there on your phone. What I did is I made up my own story about the sun. So, here it goes. First, a little bit about the sun. Throughout the course of the year, different seasons, the sun makes an arch in the sky. In spring, the arch is here. Then the summer, the arch is here, and then the fall, and then there's one point in winter where the sun just makes a straight line across the sky in the northern hemisphere. We'll get to that. So here's the story of the sun and his arch and his 12 helpers. See, our story begins in Aries. Get January 1st out of your head. See, in Aries, you plant your seeds, and all the baby goats, or all the mommy goats and all the daddy goats, make little, baby goats. And we celebrate the beginning on a special star day that comes from the Eastern Star on Sunday. We celebrate it with bunnies and chicks. That's what Aries is about. The beginning and planting. His next helper, Taurus. And Taurus teaches him that the sun is a flying red bull going across the sky. And maybe in another culture, he is a golden calf, a king waiting on his abundance. But through his journey, he came to Gemini. And Gemini told him that he had a twin. Not that kind of twin. This kind of twin. A twin flame. Something that came out of him and that reflects right back to him of his pure being. You know, his sister from another mister. A brother from another mother. So he goes in search, and he asks his friend Cancer, Cancer, can you help me find my twin? Cancer says, of course, my king, I can. Just travel to the moon. The moon is just a reflection of you, and I'm sure you're going to see what you want to see. So he takes a trip to the moon, and he has this reflection of himself. Pure essence. And then he comes to his friend Leo. And Leo teaches that our king is a mighty roaring lion. His mane is the sunlight that goes out. And he is the king of kings. And in August, He is a king upon his throne. And guess what? In Virgo, he met his queen, the Virgin. Shh, not so much. But they fell in love anyway. And it was beautiful. But the love was not to last. No. The queen grew jealous. Libra, she cried. Yes, my queen. Bring me your scales. Tilt them in my favor. I should be king. I do the hunting. I raise the children. I'm the most powerful player on the board. I should be king, Libra. Libra breaks out his scales and says, no. I'm sorry, my queen. You cannot be king. For the king does one thing that nobody else in the kingdom can do. He speaks. And when he speaks kindly, the jungle is tame. And remember, my queen, when the crocodile tried to take your lunch, your king defended you. In one roar, he just sank to the bottom. And you remember the kingdom of the elephants? They thought they were so smart. They were going to come and attack the king. One roar. The entire herd stopped in their tracks and huddled. So no, my queen, you cannot be king. Can you believe she was even angrier? She was even more pissed off than before. Scorpio! Yes, my queen. Scorpio. I will make you head of the palace guard. I hear the paychecks are pretty good. They could be even better. Betray your king. No, my queen, he replies. No. The king is even kind to us crawly things. I cannot betray him. Scorpio? Yes, my queen. Head of the palace guard and 40 pieces of silver. Think of it, Scorpio. You can finish buying your mom's house. You can get that car you want, and there'll be plenty of left over for the poor. You know, there'll always be the poor. Yes, my queen. When my stars come close to the sun, I will give him a kiss. And he did just that. And that begins the fall of the sun's ministry. His arch is now declining. And he falls in the hands of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, yes, my king. I was betrayed by your brother Scorpio, and now I am dying. Please, take me to Capricorn so I can sit in his hands until my death. My king, I will raise an army and I will stomp all the scorpions. I will crush every crawly thing in the jungle. No. No, Sagittarius, there will not be revenge in my kingdom. Please, just take me to your brother. Sagittarius did that. He took him to Capricorn, and they sat next to the rings of Saturn. And throughout the month of December, he sat in his hands as he slowly died. And on December 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, his brother Capricorn took him to the western sky, and in the southern hemisphere there's a constellation called the Cross. And on the cross, on those 3 days, set him down on that cross, and he was placed there. And on December 25th, 26th, and 27th, our sun no longer makes an arch, but now just makes a straight line across the northern sky. And this is said to be the sun in his tomb. Ladies and gentlemen, our mighty king is dead. And when Aquarius heard the news, Aquarius, she cried and she cried and she cried. She filled every freshwater well. And then when the wells could no longer hold the waters, we tried to gather her tears in clay vessels, but they no longer could hold her tears back. And when she finally finished crying, we emptied those vessels upon the night sky. And those are the stars that you see today. And now we come to the end of our story. Pisces. But what is Pisces but two fish with their tails tied together, swimming in different directions? It's chaos. The sun never shines. There is no light. And even if you could cast a shadow, it would just freeze upon the icy plains behind you. All is lost. But wait, what's this? Venus. And she's followed by 3 kings. These 3 kings. And they bring good news. Why is there good news? Because Aries is here again, and the cycle starts all over again. And our sun springs from his tomb. He has risen. He has risen indeed, and he has brought us flowers and playful bunny rabbits and chicks that fly. And I can lay down in this tall, thick grass, and I can see through the flowers to our star. Because our sun has risen. He has risen indeed. Thanks to his 12 helpers. Now, if any of this seems familiar to you in any way, don't comment. It's only the greatest story I've ever told. Thank you very much. My name is Harley Angel, and I am the sun. Thank you.